Thanks very much. Ken, Dan Bigger painted a very vivid picture of some of the chaos leading into the game last weekend. Presumably, this game, things have been a bit calmer, a bit more straightforward. How's it been?
Yeah, it has obviously played the Sharks on Saturday night. Got a good result there. Boys fronted up well, and then obviously travelled down to Cape Town, and and just sort of settled down at the new hotel here in just outside Cape Town. So it's been a little bit calmer and a little bit more straightforward the last couple of days, which has been great. So no, it seems that we're back to normal, as much as normal can be in these times.
And in terms of the opposition, South Africa have picked a really strong side. Did that surprise you? Is it stronger than you anticipated?
I'm not sure really. Obviously they've had some issues with COVID and whatnot in their camp, so I don't know whether it's players that are available or what. But for us, it's a great challenge. Yeah, it's a very very strong side, but we always knew that South Africa especially was going to be one of the biggest challenges on this tour outside of the Test series. So for us, we've been building nicely with some good wins, especially against Japan, and then obviously at altitude against the Lions, and the two games against the Sharks. So the way we've been building is we're going the right direction. So it's good to have this step up in intensity and level, which we're going to expect on Wednesday night. So for us, it's the perfect time for a challenge like South Africa, and it is a very strong team, but it's one we're looking forward to.
Does it feel almost like an extra test has been put in?
I think when the said schedule is announced, you look back at 4 years ago, when the Lions played, the Maori All Blacks. That was like the unofficial fourth test, and you get one on every tour. And South Africa was always going to be that match on this tour. The extra test match put a sort of unofficial test match. So for us, it's we were expecting a strong team to be picked. Whether it was no COVID, pre-COVID, or in the situation we find ourselves in now. So we haven't been surprised by it at all, and we're just looking forward to that. The step up intensity which we're going to find, but it's something that we're going to need as a squad. 10 days out from the Test series.
And what did you and the other players can make of the suggestion from South Africa that you should play them twice, once tomorrow and once at the weekend?
I don't know. I think that's for the people in the boardroom to decide things like that. But I think we have an obligation as a Lions touring party, to play provincial games and in the spirit of the Lions tour, that we play a little bit of everybody, and give everybody an opportunity to test themselves against the Lions, and enjoying the special mystique of Lions rugby. So it's something that I can't particularly comment on. That's they obviously would want to play us as much as they can to prepare for the Test series, but for us it's we're looking forward to playing South Africa tomorrow night, and then obviously the Stormers on Saturday, which is within our schedule.
And just lastly from me, the Alan Wynne is doing some fitness testing here back in Cardiff today. What would it mean to you, Ken, and the other players if your original captain jumps on a plane and arrives in Cape Town?
To be fair, if he manages to do it, it's absolutely incredible. But for me, I've known him a long time, and it wouldn't be a surprise at all. The way he recovers, what he does to put himself in the position, it's a credit to him, and why he's been playing at the top level for so many years. But I think if he does, there's been a suggestion that he may come out. If he does, obviously it'd be a huge lift for the squad. Connor's done an absolutely fantastic job since being made captain after the Japan game up in Edinburgh, and Alan Wynne come back, I would only add to that the voice and the leadership group that we have here, and around the squad pre getting injured, he was absolutely phenomenal, and what he's achieved in the game could only be a positive for us if he does come out, leading into this Test series.
Thanks, Ken.
Ken, do the Lions coaches announce the opposition team for you in a game like this? And I was just wondering what the players' reaction was when you heard that South Africa was so loaded. Was it a sort of a sense of excitement? Was it a sense of, right, come on then, let's go and get it? I mean, how do you guys react to that?
No, the coaches wouldn't announce it to us. You find out, like most other people, it's in the press and online and social media, and you do your analysis, and then once it's announced, you go and do your analysis and look at what you can. But for us, we always knew the South Africa, like I said, was going to be a big challenge on this tour. Yes, it's a very strong team, but so have the Lions. We've got a very strong team out, and it's a great test for us. 10 days out from the Test series to see where we're at, what we need to brush up on, and where we are, moving into this Test series.
I was just about to ask that. Is this the perfect game, if you like, 10 days before the first test, to iron out any kinks or show up anything that you need to work on?
Yeah, it is. I'm sure we're still learning. Where everything is geared up, everything we do in training, every match we play is all geared up to the Test series. There's still new combinations, people playing with each other for the first or maybe the second time. But, we're learning on the run, and, it's definitely a huge step up. The intensity is going to be a step up, the collisions, the physicality and everything. But it's something, that we're looking forward to. And just, if there is anything that we pick up that we need to improve on or need to work on or brush up, then yeah, it's still a way out from the Test series, and we can see where we're really at.
Your last start was back in Edinburgh against Japan. You must be itching to get back out there as a starter again.
Yeah, I can't wait. There's obviously been a rotation, which we all knew about, and I was chuffed to get a start up in Edinburgh. Enjoyed that that run out against Japan, and obviously had plenty of game time off the bench, especially at altitude, which was fun. Not quite getting your second wind, but no, just looking forward for another opportunity to start in a Lions jersey, and and hopefully put another performance in to get the win for us on Wednesday night.
How hard is it for you as a player who is used to regularly being a starter to suddenly have to adjust your mentality of coming off the bench? Because a lot of you have to do that because, of course, you are used to being the first choice player in your position for your region or your country. But when you come to the Lions, all of a sudden you have to get used to being a bench player.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast, and it's in whatever capacity you're asked, and whatever you're asked to do on a Lions tour, you do, because that's what you've got to do to get a successful Test series win. And for me, it's always been my sort of motto. I'm a team first man, and I was on the bench a long time at the start of my international career, and I enjoyed that role because it meant that I got an opportunity to put on the jersey and be within the 23. And I've been on the bench twice this tour so far, supporting the boys and doing whatever's asked of me. So everybody buys into whatever's asked of them on the tour, and that's what you got to do to make a Lions tour successful.
Thanks, Ken.
Ken, hi, it's Michael Corcoran here.
Hi, Mike.
How are you doing? Listen, I'm just wondering, since you landed in Cape Town and transferred to your new base and trained in the rain, has there been a sort of noticeable shift upwards in terms of gear now that you're on to the next chapter and the first test is coming pretty quickly?
No, there definitely has been. It's obviously been a little bit easier training at sea level, which has been a help, and obviously the temperatures dropped slightly down here in Cape Town. But no, you can definitely on any tour you sort of have little milestones throughout it, which make it definitely closer, like you said, to that Test series. So moving to Cape Town now, it's definitely that step up in intensity and focus, knowing that we got South Africa A tomorrow night, Stormers, and then we're into the block of the Test series, and there's definitely been a mentality shift, and you can feel it definitely building here, because everybody knew coming on tour, as soon as we we done our first stint in Johannesburg, and once we got down to Cape Town, we were starting to get into the business end of the tour, so to speak. So there's definitely been a shift in mindset and a focus since we've come here.
And in terms of the training conditions, there must almost be like a kind of giddiness there, for want of a better phrase, given the fact that you've left the oppressive humidity behind you, and you trained certainly in the rain. There's a lot of puddles on the training pitch.
Yeah, there was. It was a bit of a shock to the system when we've been obviously training in altitude, which was great. Everybody feels a lot fitter instantly. You're coming down to sea level, but yeah, what it done, obviously in some ways we had it easy up in Johannesburg with the great conditions we had there, and obviously coming down, experiencing the wind and the rain, which we haven't done for 2 or 3 weeks or so. It was it really tested our skills and our execution, which I thought was absolutely fantastic yesterday, especially in tough conditions, which you would have all seen the videos and the pictures. And I think it was credit to the boys, a sharp turnaround since the Sharks, and the learning off the field the boys have done, and then obviously that execution in tough conditions yesterday was credit to everybody involved. That the mindset shift was pretty easy.
And just a final question from me. I mean, everybody's talking about this match against South Africa being, almost like a fourth test. But for those who were selected, you have to look upon this as if it's the first test, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I do. It's definitely going to be a step up in intensity. You just got to look at the players and the team that they've picked. But we always knew that, and for us players, it's another opportunity to show what we can do, to put a marker down, obviously for a place in the Test 23. But it's another opportunity to continue the great momentum we've built over the last 3 or 4 weeks on tour into the Test series, and as a squad out here, we're all buying into that. The boys who aren't involved tomorrow night have really put us under pressure in training to make sure that we're prepared for tomorrow night to put a performance in, to set a marker down. All them boys are in the South Africa squad, so it is an opportunity to lay a marker down, and not for us to see where we're at, and what I'm looking forward to the Test series. Like I said, putting a marker down and just building and taking the opportunity in front of us.
That's great, Ken. Thanks, mate. I'll see you at the weekend. Cheers, man.
So like.
Daff, do you want to start in Welsh?
Thank you, Ken. Shwmae, Daff o'r BBC, ti'n iawn?
Come on.
Llongyfarchiadau a fod nôl yn y tîm. Di bod yn spel ers i ti ddechrau gêm, ond ti'n cael digon o gyfle oddi ar y fanc. Ti'n edrych ymlaen at gychwyn gêm eto?
Edrych mlaen at y cyfle i cael dechrau yn y crys rhif 2. Fe wedys i'n gynharach yn Saesneg, mae digon o yn cael ei gofyn i wneud gwahanol bethau ar daith, a mae rhaid prynu mewn i'r rôl sydd yn cael ei gofyn ohonoch. Na, fi'n edrych mlaen, o'n i'n prawd iawn i cael dechrau yn y Bryn Japan, o'n i'n hapus fel nes i perfformio'r diwrnod ni. Bod ar y fainc dwywaith sydd bod yn gret, a trial dod â egni wrth y fainc a codi'r tîm, a jyst edrych mlaen at cael cyfle arall nos Fercher i dechrau erbyn y tîm AD Africa, a ceisio roi perfformiad mewn bydd yn gobeithio'n digon dda i cael cyfle eto yn y gemau prawf.
Oedd yna dipyn o newidiadau wythnos diwetha, y gêm yn newid, dipyn o andref yn oddi ar y cae. I chi fel garfan yn teimlo wedi setlo chydig bach fwy nawr i chi yn Cape Town?
Ie, mae shift wedi bod ni dod lawr i Cape Town, dyn ni ddim wedi cael dim byd mynd go wyth eto, so ni wedi setlo'n eitha dda, nath y tîm cael ei enwi nos Sul, a ni wedi paratoi dros y 2 neu 3 diwrnod diwetha yn dda iawn. So mae wedi bod neis i dod lawr ma i setlo, a ddim byd wedi mynd go wyth eto, so gobeithio bydd hynna'n cadw mynd mewn i'r gêm nawr, a bydd dim byd yn cael ei taflu ato ni, ond mae wedi bod yn gret. Oedd hi'n profiad byth gofiadwy wythnos diwetha, ond mae fe'n rhywbeth fi'n credu oedd wastad yn mynd i digwydd gyda'r sefyllfa ni ni mewn, ond fel mae'r carfan a'r tîm reoli wedi delio gyda fe, wedi bod yn proffesiynol iawn, a fi'n credu ni wedi gweld na gyda'r perfformiadau erbyn y Sharks.
Ac i sôn am y gêm, mae tîm A De Africa yn edrych cryn dipyn fel tîm prawf De Africa. Ych chi fel garfan yn trin y gêm hon fel gêm brawf ychwanegol?
Ie, ni'n gwybod bydd y step lan yn dwyster gyda'r chwaraewyr maen nhw wedi dewis, ond mae rhaid gweud y tîm sy'n mas gyda ni, gyda'r llewod, yn edrych fel tîm prawf hefyd, oherwydd mae pawb yn garfan ni yn chwaraewyr ryngwladol o'r lefel ucha. A so bydd hi'n prawf i ni, a ni'n edrych mlaen at y sialens a'r her na, ond ni'n jyst yn edrych mlaen. Ni'n gwybod beth sy'n mynd i dod, ar bydd y lefel y dwyster yn mynd lan, ond mae'n rhywbeth ni'n barod amdano a edrych mlaen ato.
A mae'n bosib yn yr wythnosau nesaf, bydd ein ffrind Owens Jones yn rhan o'r garfan hefyd. Anodd i gredu ar ôl datgymalu i ysgwyl dim ond 2 wythnos yn ôl, ond ti'n meddwl bod e well na rhan fwyaf o bobl yn y garfan. Faint o hwb bys fe i gael fe yn ôl?
Na, bydd hi'n hwb enfawr. Mae Conor Murray wedi bod yn gret ers cymryd droso'r capteniaeth, a mae tîm o chwaraewyr profiadol yn y garfan, ond i cael Al yn ôl, mae fe'n gwneud popeth yn y gêm, a'r profiad bydd e'n dod. Bydd e'n gret gweld yn ôl mas yma, fi'n gwybod faint mor galed. Bydde fe wedi bod yn gweithio gytre i wneud yn siŵr bod e'n iawn, i gallu dod nôl mas ar y daith os mae'r cyfle'n dod. Bod e'n mas yma, bydd hi'n hwb enfawr i ni fel garfan i cael ei profiad o amgylch y garfan, achos mae wedi bod na, mae wedi wneud e, a mae fe reit arbennig gêm hefyd, so bydd e'n gret cael e mas yma.
Gwych, diolch ti Ken, pob lwc.
Megan?
Hi Ken, Megan sy'n yma o'r rhaglen heno. Fath o David dweud, llongyfarchiadau ar wneud y tîm. Sut mae'r garfan i gyd yn teimlo am chi wedi cyrraedd Cape Town?
Ie, mae wedi bod yn neis bod dod lawr i Cape Town. Oedd hi'n eitha dwy yma hefyd ar altitude lan fyna. Oedd e'n eitha galeg ar ymarfer yn dod yn gyfarwydd â ni, ond oedd yna'n gret i cael y profiad lan fyny, ond o'n i'n gwybod fel oedd y schedule y daith yn mynd, unwaith ni dod lawr i Cape Town, bod ni'n dechrau mynd mewn yn agosau at y gemau prawf, so mae'r ffocws wedi newid, mae'r dwyster wedi mynd lan unwaith eto yn ymarfer, a mae'r dwyster y gemau mynd i mynd lan eto, ond ni'n jyst edrych mlaen i cael dod lawr yma. Yn rai agweddau mae wedi bod lot yn haws, mae'r tywydd yn eitha debyg i Gymru, a gyda'r altitude mae fe'n lot haws rhedeg rownd.
Mae lot o Gymru yn y tîm yma hefyd. Ydy hwnna'n gwneud gwahaniaeth i chdi fel chwaraewr i gael mwy o Gymru yn y tîm?
Yn rai agweddau mae fe'n gallu bod yn haws, os mae mwy o chwaraewyr ar y cach yn gyfarwydd gyda, ond fi'n credu fel ni wedi closi fel tîm a fel carfan dros y mis 6 wythnos diwetha, ni'n gyfarwydd iawn, a ni ddim yn gweld e fel bod faint o Cymru, faint o Albanwyr, boes o Lloegr neu Iwerddon sy'n ar y ca. Ni'n un tîm, a ni wedi dod at ei gilydd yn glos iawn, a ni'n really yn dod at ein gilydd a gwybod fel a beth ni angen o'n gilydd i cael fuddugoliaethau ac i perfformio. Mae fe'n gallu bod yn haws, a ni'n rhywbeth sydd yn neis i cael rhywun gyfarwydd wrth eich ochr, ond ni'n un garfan a ni'n jyst yn edrych mlaen at y cyfle.
A sut ydych chi gyd yn teimlo am y gêm fory? Sut mae'r nerfs yn teimlo?
Ni'n jyst yn edrych mlaen at y her, a ni'n gwybod arwain mewn i'r gemau prawf taw y gêm erbyn y tîm De Africa A bydd un o'r gemau cleta ni'n mynd i cael, oherwydd y chwaraewyr bydd ar gael i nhw, a maen nhw wedi enwi tîm, a dyn nhw ddim wedi siomi, mae tîm cryf mas o nhw, ond mae tîm cryf mas o ni hefyd, a ni'n edrych mlaen at y her. Bydd y dwyster yn mynd lan yn y gêm, ond mae'r nerfen iawn, yn jyst edrych mlaen at y cyfle o tynnu'r Crys y Llewod arno unwaith eto a mynd mas na a gobeithio cael fuddigoliaeth.
Diolch Ken, pob lwc fory.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Thanks everyone. Cheers, Kenny.
Diolch. Thank you.
Hi Neil, Graham Thomas here. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks, great. You okay, how are you?
Good, thanks. Yeah. Can you just give us a bit of an injury update first, Neil? Finn Russell, Henshaw, and Alan Wynne in terms of possibly his timetable to join you.
Yeah, again, just the boys are going through their normal stuff, they rehab stuff and everything, so we'll wait and see again how they go over the next few days, and we can have a look then regarding the weekend and stuff. As for Al, you know, I'm not too sure about Al, where he's at this moment in time. I know he's doing some stuff back home, and obviously see how that goes first.
Ken was saying earlier on what a significant morale boost it would be if he steps off a plane in Cape Town. You obviously feel the same.
Yeah, I said it when the injury happened that you know, nothing's beyond Al. There's no doubt in that. Incredible person, player on and off the pitch. Incredibly diligent, works extremely hard on both. And you know, if he does get injured, I know how hard he works to get himself back as quickly as possible. And nothing surprising me with Al. And you know, if he is able to join us at some point in time, certainly would be a huge boost for the squad and for everyone involved. There's no doubt in that.
Would you consider him for the Stormers game?
You'll have to ask Gats that. You know, at the end of the day, look, let's see what happens. I think you know, he's training back home at this moment in time, I believe. So let's see how all that goes first, and then I'm sure Gats will make a call when needed.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit more, expand a bit more, Neil, on the thinking in the Lions management regarding this offer from South Africa to play their A side twice? What were the thoughts in rejecting that offer?
Again, so the Gats and stuff and that. So Gats felt that, you know, the schedule is the schedule. We're playing the Stormers on Saturday, or meant to be anyway, and they deserve the opportunity to play against us. You know, same as us being here, it's once every 4 years for our boys, but it's once every 12 for the countries that we tour. And you know, at the end of the day, it's South Africa raid tomorrow, and the Stormers on Saturday, as far as I'm concerned. And I believe that's what Gats wants, and I'm sure that will happen. And you know, it's an opportunity for them as well on Saturday, the Stormers boys, to play against us as well.
Yeah, Rassie Erasmus suggested that this was the safest option in terms of COVID. Presumably the Lions didn't agree with that.
Yeah, again, look, it's up to the boss. You know, the schedule is a schedule, and I'm one for that as well. Look, you know, COVID's horrific. There's no doubt in that throughout the world, and you know, we've had our fair share back home, and obviously with you know, in being in lockdown and different things, and it's the same going on here as well. And we respect every decision that's made at the end of the day. But look, it is what it is, and you know, the schedule is what it is, and we'll crack on with that. And you know, I'd like to think we got South Africa tomorrow, which is going to be an incredibly tough game for us, and the Stormers on Saturday, which, you know, is what he says.
Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow night, then the team that they picked looks incredibly strong. Did that surprise you?
Look, as we've said, you know, there's been reports about COVID and stuff and different things, and COVID in this squad, and quite a few of their players have been hit by that. So you know, once the team probably was announced, it's difficult to explain really. We knew it'd be pretty strong, there's no doubt in that, but as strong as it is, possibly not. But again, it's you know, they want to give their guys some game time, there's no doubt in that, and have a feel for what we're about as well. So look, we knew it was going to be tough, full stop, and certainly it's going to be that tomorrow night, there's no doubt in that.
Does it feel a bit like an extra test has been shoehorned in, and are you expecting them to try and use it maybe as a bit of a softening up process?
Yeah, who knows? Look, at the end of the day, the games are tough anyway, there's no doubt in that, and whoever you're playing against, it's always going to be tough, no matter which country you're touring. So you know, the Maori All Blacks 4 years ago, you know, it's been Aussie A's and different things on other tours, emerging Springboks in 09. So, and obviously South Africa A tomorrow. So look, these games are tough, we know that, and they have been on previous tours. Tomorrow won't be any different, regardless of their team. You know, it's going to be strong, and they're keen to play against us, and likewise we're keen to play as well, and looking forward to it.
And just lastly, for a lot of your guys, this is their last chance to stake a claim, isn't it?
Yeah, every time you pull on a shirt, every time you take the pitch, you never know if you're going to be involved in the following game or not. So, you know, we've got 2 games to go before the test series starts. tomorrow's going to be a huge game for us, and so is Saturday. So, you know, at the end of the day, the guys that are going to be involved, you know, they obviously need to put their best foot forward and see where it takes them.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you. It was great.
Neil, the final midweek game has gained almost a mythical status down the years in Lions history, but given the opposition tomorrow, does this match actually deserve that level of hype?
Probably. There's obviously two good sides going at it tomorrow night. There's no doubt in that. Look, every game's important, and any time you pull on a shirt or you step onto the pitch to represent the British and Irish Lions, you know, you need to try and put your hand up. You want to perform well, you want to play well, you want to try and stake a claim for the test team. That's what it's all about. And you know, the guys that take the pitch tomorrow and on Saturday, you know, have the opportunity to do that. And I'd like to think the guys in the previous games that we've already played have certainly put their hand up and played some good rugby so far. So tomorrow's another level, but one we're looking forward to.
The previous matches obviously create you some issues and some work-ons as coaches to go through with the players. 10 days before the first test, though, is this almost perfect timing for a game of this quality, in the fact that anything that it highlights, it gives you that time to work on before the first test?
Yeah, definitely. I think certainly 12 years ago, probably some of the games were a little bit easier than we would have liked, and I think we had a shock of our lives against South Africa in the first test. There's no doubt in that, and you know, it took us probably a half to get into that game and to realise what we're up against. But you know, certainly we know what we're up against on this trip. There's no doubt in that. They're a fantastic team, fantastic players, well coached, world champions, obviously. So look, tomorrow is going to be a good marker for both sides. There's no doubt in that. They obviously, some of their guys haven't played for a few weeks regarding the COVID scenarios and stuff, and some of them playing over in the UK. So you know, they look to obviously perform well as well tomorrow. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited, and I know everyone else is.
How's it worked for you for the last few days, Neil? Obviously, with Gregor being holed up, I understand that he's outlining what he wants to do on Zoom. Is it then down to you to put it in place onto the training pitch?
Yeah, it's all of us. It's not just me. It's Gats, obviously. Gats leads everything, as he always does anyway. Steve, myself, and the players. You know, we've got some fantastic players here that can lead from the front, both on and off the pitch. You know, certainly our decision makers and our 10s are, you know, experienced players. And, yeah, they can take a fair bit of that as well. So, no, it's just everyone linking in, everyone helping out. And same as we always do, day to day is no different, really. Of course, we love Gregor here. There's no doubt in that. And he will be here pretty soon. So, but you know, everyone chipping in and everyone trying to, you know, give their own input in the right way.
Does it ensure, though, that the clarity of the message has to be as clear as it can possibly be? Bearing in mind you've got people remotely working at the moment. You know, you always talk about clarity of message. Does this actually ensure that it is as clear as it can possibly be?
Yeah, no, we'll be clear and concise. There's no doubt in that, and the guys will be ready to rock tomorrow night. So look, we've got no issues with that. As I said, we'd love obviously Gregor here and everyone here doing what they do day in, day out. But it is what it is. You know, there was a possibility that something like this could happen. We don't want it to, but it does happen, and it has happened. But no, you know, we'd like to think that we've gone about our business pretty well, and you know, obviously we look forward to tomorrow, and hopefully the messages will be clear. I have no doubt in that, and we'll be ready to play. Thank you.
Neil, hi, it's Michael Corkin here. Given the quality of the players that you have at your disposal, can you give us an insight into how competitive training is, given the fact that, you know, everybody's used to being in a starting position? Sometimes they have to provide the opposition. How competitive is training right now in between those games?
Yeah, the training is excellent. As you said, you've already said it. The players that go against each other, that you know, are regulars for their countries. They're fantastic players. We have some seriously world-class players in our squad, and talent throughout. So training is exceptional, really. And I think sometimes it's you know, you're going against each other, and you know, it's a test match in itself without sort of, you know, the full on contact. But some of the, you know, the speed of training, the decision making, and the accuracy has been very, very good. And you know, I think we've seen some of that in the games already, and hopefully we'll see some in the games coming forward as well.
And as been said, I mean, this is for now the last scheduled midweek game before the first test. You're part of the coaching team. Have you allowed yourself drift forward in terms of the team selection for the first test, or how many times have you changed your starting team?
Yeah, no, that's not what we're about, and Gats is not about that. You know, he's about giving everyone an opportunity, and you know, there's another opportunity for the guys that are involved tomorrow night, and obviously on Saturday as well. So, and Gats will only look at the test team on Sunday. So look, it's not an easy pick. There's no doubt in that, is it? And whoever's gonna play a week Saturday is going to be very, very lucky, and the guys who are going to be missing out is obviously going to be very unfortunate for them. But you know, it's tough, especially at this level. So especially with the quality and the players that we have in this squad. But again, it's important that you know, we front up tomorrow night, we front up Saturday, and we give ourselves the best possible chance to start training next Monday, ready for obviously a huge test match a week Saturday.
And just a final question: can you describe or quantify the difference between kicking at altitude and the difference now where you are in kicking and everything associated with kicking at sea level?
Yeah, no, nothing will change from our perspective in what we do and how we go about it and the process as such. Obviously, the ball travels further at altitude from punting, restarts and goal kicking. But, you know, the process will stay the same for us. We'll work hard. We look forward to each game, and hopefully the boys will be ready, you know, when these games come around, and I have no doubt in that they will be.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you.
Hi Neil, hope you're well. Just in terms of Finn Russell's injury, I know Warren had said that he would be in the boot for 5 days. Would take him up to tomorrow, I think, in terms of that. How close are you in terms of making a decision whether he may have to return home or whether he would stay, and how big of a loss would that be, of course?
I think we'll, you know, what Gats is saying, we'll give Finn as best possible chance as we can give him, really. I think he's being monitored and looked after every day. Look, he's a class act, he's a class player, he's a good man, and he's an important part of this squad, and there's hopefully he can get himself fit and give himself an opportunity to be involved in these test matches. But again, you know, it's a day-to-day process, and we see where he's at each day, and we've got a fantastic medical staff, so they'll give him every opportunity that they can to get himself fit, and let's hopefully he can get himself right and put himself up for selection.
Hi Neil, Simon Lewis here, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Can I just ask you about Mornay Stain, your memories of him in 2009 and his longevity, I guess, and the fact you're facing him tomorrow night?
Yeah, look, fantastic player. Been on the wrong end a few times against Mornay with his accuracy and his his incredible kicking. Fantastic player all round, and I don't think there's many players that would have played against the Lions twice. In that 12-year period, and Mornay would be one of the rare ones. So I'm sure he's looking forward to tomorrow, and we certainly looking forward to playing against him. But fantastic player, he's played at the highest level for a long time, and obviously still going tomorrow. So great achievement by him, and we're looking forward to going against him.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey Neil, Owens Slots here. Just a simple question about the game tomorrow. How important is winning? Because you want to learn a lot, but also victory would allow you to lay down a marker, and a defeat would allow them to lay down a marker.
Yeah, every time we take the pitch, of course we want to win. This is the level we're at in that sport in general. We understand that they're obviously got a very good side out tomorrow, and they're a very good side, full stop. So I think the game tomorrow night will probably be very tight and very tough, and you could argue it could go either way. But of course, we're going to do our utmost to win and perform to the level that we need to perform at, and give ourselves a good understanding of where we're at, really. So it's not the be-all and end-all tomorrow. But, of course, we'd love to win and we'd love to perform well. There's no doubt in that. But as I said, it's not the be-all and end-all. And it's all about the test series week Saturday and, being ready for that, basically. That's what you generally get remembered for on Lions tours. So, look, tomorrow is important. So is Saturday. It's important for the players and for everyone involved. And we'll be doing our utmost to win. There's no doubt in that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.